Hold on, y'all find which direction I go.
Winging it. You ready? You ready? All right. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Data Dave here with
AkuTheWolf.
And we are going over That Time I Got Reincarnated Into a Slime, episode 2 through 5. Yeah, we're gonna need to catch up. So, I don't know. So, I wanted to be like, so, intro. So the intro goes by. Alright, so a lot happened in these past, 4 episodes, 2 through 5. And I think the best way to do it is to quickly go over each one, things we liked about each episode. And we'll just make it all the way to 5 if it's short enough, in my opinion. Sounds cool? Yeah. Alright, so episode 2, quick synopsis. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to actually watch it really quickly first. Not quickly, but watch it. And we'll see how it goes. What's up, Gabs? Gabs wants to join in for the review. I got you, Gabs. I got you. We're gonna edit you in. Alright, so we got Gabs for the review. As that tail gets stuck over the cords. Alright, so Gabs for the review. So episode 2, if I'm not mistaken, what happened actually is that we had Rimuru, if I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's Rimuru.
I think it's
Rimuru. Rimuru. So basically, he got named by Veldora the Dragon, something I will actually address. That happened in episode 3. He got named Rimuru, and he also actually used Predator on Veldora. So we know Predator is going to come back after time when the slime and Predator, which is pretty cool. So that means Veldora ideally would come back. And we saw the anime intro. I kind of am not the biggest fan of watching it because
spoiler heavy.
It showed a lot. If you saw the anime intro, we saw the slime Rimuru turn into a person and was fighting. He was fighting on these knights and this faction. He had these orc-like things with a horn working under him and fighting for him. They showed a lot. I didn't like that.
Spoiler.
I didn't even know.
Usually, when it comes to anime like this,
yeah,
they'll have different intros. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This intro will be end of the season intro.
It showed me too much. I'm going into this series blind, and when I saw Rimuru as a person, I'm like, wait a second, what?
But to be fair, the only reason I kept watching
was because that intro. Exactly. And you saw the fighting and they were slashing and
I was like,
the knights. I'm like, oh snap, this actually has plot. There's somebody that actually
That's what
fight them.
Kept watching.
Rimuru got the goblins and the wolf and these orc people we don't know yet that we're gonna review over episode 2.5, by the way. So I don't even know who those orc people are. I'm hyped because they look cool. But the intro showed and spoiled a lot. But at the same time, it actually gets you even more interested in the series. But to go to episode 2, where we started and where we ended, we started with Rimuru actually, the highlights of the show. Rimuru actually used Predator on Veldora, got their name. He named Veldora, I think the Storm Dragon or something like that.
You chronologically going backwards.
Backwards? Okay.
He named
first Predator, and then there were these guys that was a guild match to talk about Veldora's disappearance. So Veldora's disappearance, I may be diving a little bit into episode 3 to be honest, but it affected the world. People found out very quickly Veldora's gone. That's a big thing.
It's because Veldora was sealed, but he his power is so immense that it still it infected the world.
Yeah, it influenced monsters, man, which they do touch on a bit next episode. And then at the end of the episode, Goblin Villagers ask for help. Apparently Rimuru is that powerful where he gives off a strong aura, which I think he hit it.
Yeah, he sucked it in.
He's like, yeah. And then basically Goblins are protect us. So I'll go first. This was a nice episode to set us up where we're going. Rimuru learned a lot of new moves. Water Blade, which is OP, Mimic, Poison Breath. They're just absorbing and learning everything as he goes.
All the skills he learned are OP.
He's gonna be very, very powerful, honestly. He can pick up literally anything. It was funny the adventurers didn't pick him up. I like that. I was like, oh, they could. Those are 3 dumb adventurers. They're probably gonna come back in the series. And the goblins asking him for help shows his interactions. By him interacting with the goblins and the intro alone, I feel like he's really not going to interact with people heavily. He's going to be interacting with a whole bunch of monsters. That's the vibe I felt from him interacting with, goblins. I keep wanting to call them orcs.
You mean directly?
Yeah, directly. That's who he really
deeper than.
Yeah, that's who he really talks to. You know what I mean? I don't see humans joining his faction per se. They might, but I think it'll be strictly monsters.
Well, to be fair, it seems like humans are weak in this world, like every world. So I don't. But I
think maybe. I mean, they got skills though. Like they got skills and abilities.
Like I'm not saying humans are the weakest race, and I'm not saying they're strong. I'm saying just it feels like
they're not that powerful.
You saw when he turned. Oh, that's the next episode. We'll wait till this.
We'll pop in. All right. Well, let's honestly. Episode 2, all in all, it's a good setup. Like, it really, not too much going on. It shows Rimuru's more powerful, or can be super OP, and Goblin Village need help. That's okay. That's fine. Let me know your thoughts. All right, episode 3. Let's, quick synopsis. We see Rimuru heal the goblins with his power. He, like, eats them and heals them, which is pretty cool. And the goblins ask for his help against the wolves. Rimuru actually handled the wolf leader by, like, literally slicing its heads off and absorbing them, so that gives him more powers and more mimicry. And he used menace because he wanted to scare them away, and the wolves actually became his subordinate, which was kind of nice. Now he has goblins and wolves working on him. The coolest and most interesting thing about the episode to me is the naming system. Like, none of the monsters were too low ranked to have names. Kind of like video games, like MMOs. Like, if you see a named enemy, they're way stronger.
If you see a named enemy, you know what's about to
they got health, they evolve, they stronger. But if you see, like, this is Goblin 1, then that's nothing. But if his name is like, this is Timothy, this is Timmy the Goblin, then he's probably going to give you some hands.
It almost feels like they're actually in an MMO.
Exactly. So by him giving them a name, they all ranked up, got powerful, was flexing. You know what I mean? The wolves evolved, or at least one wolf evolved, and somehow I think because he's one wolf, they're a pack.
So I think for the way he was explaining it,
it's
because they're all one clan. He named the clan and not just the one wolf.
What I wonder about that is, didn't he give what was his name, Ramu, whatever the wolf's name was? He named him like Storm Wolf or Storm Tempest.
Yeah, they became Tempest Wolves.
And like all of them transferred to that.
They all became Tempest Wolves.
So that was actually pretty cool. Now, what I wonder, one thing on my mind is, remember Veldora named Rimuru? I wonder if there's, like, we didn't see any physical change, but by Veldora naming him, and him naming Veldora, did any changes happen to the main character and the dragon? That's one thing I wondered.
But Rimuru did glow when he was named. He did glow.
I didn't catch that.
He did glow.
So I wonder what changed about him. It might come up when Veldora comes back, because Veldora's in the anime intro, so he's obviously going to be released again, and I wonder how the world is going to react to the super huge dragon coming back, whenever that may be. So, I mean, it was pretty cool. And then by the end of the episode, what Rimuru focuses on is building, like, now that you got these powerful wolves and powerful goblins, he separated them up, get food, get shelter, get clothes, but none of them know how to make clothes or be handy. So they decided at the end that they need to go to Dworgen and get some dwarves help. Any thoughts on this episode stand out to you?
I like the naming thing. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, we can even go back to Overlord. It's kind of like Overlord, right? You got these random, and Yagutsu, whatever you can say name.
Yeah.
All of the NPCs that they created all have names, and you know they're super OP and strong. Like that.
Yeah.
And he's giving these, like, it's like, since they have meaning, like you said earlier about the boss, and it's like, since they have meaning, it's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like deep to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you gave them a purpose, so they got stronger.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of like that. I think that was a good, I don't know what you call it, element of the episode. I really like that.
It truly is an MMO with what? He's the monsters, you know? So, that's pretty cool. I like it. Episode 3, pretty solid. Sets up another goal. We need to recruit more people for our ideally soon to be town, maybe, our faction, or, you know what I mean? I feel like just off episode 3, I get the vibe that we're gonna get dwarves, and then we're gonna get those other people that were in the intro with the horn. I love the horn people. I don't know what they are. I'm assuming orcs or like demons or whatever.
Why are you spoiling it? Bro?
I mean, it's in the intro. It's in the intro. I don't know what they are.
Some people skip the intro.
Well, I mean,
like
if you skip the intro, yo, good stuff. But they in there, and they in the outro, and they look amazing.
They are.
So, episode 3. Ciao. Pow. Episode 4. Did you like episode 4?
Oh, I love episode 4.
I just love Elves.
I love
Elves. E-I-L-F. Elves are like the friend. Absolutely.
I love Elves. Bro.
Elves, they kind of bad. They actually kind of bad. Fan service heavy in the Slime's dream, so you like Elves. But yo, on this episode, we actually went to Dworgen to get dwarves. We went with the crew being the Maru, whatever his name is, Wolfman. And also we went with Gopta and some other goblins. But Rimuru decides that when we're going into the Dwarven City, we're going to go in with just Gopta. Oddly enough, Gopta was the only goblin that didn't evolve.
Yeah, it's like, maybe he was too low level.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I actually can't explain Gopta.
Because everybody else evolved.
What if Gopta had like some special ability, like by being small? Like he just like all of a sudden like let me transform big.
I just think he's
Or
too low level.
you think he's like comic relief?
I think he's just terrible.
He's the one goblin that didn't evolve. I got faith in my boy Gopta. Gopta's cool.
He's poop.
He's Gopta poop.
He's poop. Poop.
But in this episode, like,
I'm dead if I choke.
I got an itch in my throat. Alright. But in this episode, they get to Dworgen. They get in line looking like weak monsters. Gopta's not really vouching for us right now because he's so small. And they get picked on by some humans. It's like, yo, a talking slime, we can sell this. Then they get into a fight. Then Rimuru honestly just beats them up by roaring.
Bro, he didn't even look. Man's just he turned into the dire wolf.
Yep, a huge one.
He turned into a big dire wolf, and he was like, "Come at me, bro." They came with probably their most
powerful
best
abilities
stuff, and he was just like, bloop, bloop.
He's like, "Yeah, that didn't hurt."
And then he was like, "Man, I thought I was gonna die," but he wasn't even scratched.
Exactly, like you said earlier. Humans do, at least the ones we've seen so far, do seem pretty weak here. Because, like, they didn't even touch him with the fireball. Or maybe Rimuru was just he's just that overpowered. Like, he's just that powerful. Because, like, when he transformed into the wolf, because he's supposed to turn into the father wolf, right? The original leader, he had 2 horns, and he was like, crap, my memory actually must have evolved. Like, he's stronger.
I think what happened, I agree.
Yeah.
But I think what happened is, because he's already analyzed the base form, all he has to do is see, or you know what I'm saying? All he has to do, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, all they have to do is evolve for him to understand it evolving.
What I think, my theory is, and do let us know your theories in chat. My theory is, as he learns more stuff, his stuff multiplies. Because by now, like, remember, he transformed into one of the monsters before, and he was the exact same.
Right, but the monsters that he mimicked this time, he saw evolve.
Oh, okay. So since he evolved the wolves, maybe he evolved beyond that.
And because he already analyzed the base form, I don't think he needed to reuse Predator to, you know, analyze the next form.
That's interesting.
I think it was just like,
I feel like at some point they gotta explain why he doubled that. Like that didn't make sense to me. He was not only larger, but 2 horns. Like he's a step above. So that's interesting. So if he did Predator on a goblin, that means he might be a super huge goblin. I don't even know how.
He might be a hobgoblin.
Yeah, he might be something like super. Yeah, that's interesting.
I wonder, does it work backwards too?
Maybe.
Like if you absorb the hobgoblin, can you do the? I mean, why would you want to?
But yeah, the ability. He might have the ability too. Sage mode is crazy, honestly. But
great sage.
Great sage, you right. A human attack. He actually scared him off. He got arrested. Then they was like, "Oh, yo, you good?" But oh no. Coincidental circumstance. The goblins got attacked and we need help.
You skipped the important part.
What part? What did I miss?
He got arrested
after
he made everybody pee their pants, pass out, just from a roar.
Yeah.
And the reason that he got set free is because there was an incident in the mines.
Eventually, after he assists and gives them the OP potion that they can't make on their own, he meets Kaijin and crew. Kaijin and crew actually have an issue with they need to make 20 swords and like
20 like magical high caliber swords.
And like, well, he's working on one sword and he's like, this is taking us a while. It's gonna take a good minute. And realistically, he can't get that many swords done that quick.
I don't even have enough magic ore and stuff, bro.
So Rimuru being his OP self, like, hey, look, here's the ore you need. And he goes a step further, long story short, ends up making up all 20 swords himself. In exchange for, we need you to actually build some stuff in the village. The troll.
No, not build. That wasn't originally.
Well,
find some people.
You need to find some people so you can help. Train his people? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, train them.
Train his people so they can build his own. And he's like, that's really not much.
Can you make some clothes because they gonna take a minute?
Yeah, because their clothes a little lewd. Remember that fan service is deep with the girl. I was like, why are they having these physics? It's wild. And Angel episode 4. Any thoughts?
I think this episode was slow.
So I can see that. I think it did what it's supposed to. Introduce.
It kind of rushed. It kind of rushed to me.
I kind of didn't. I mean, I understand why it happened to put them in jail and meet people, but like, I don't know. It's just like I just wanted them to get in the city and get going.
So much happened in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got the human fight. We got arrested. We healed the dwarves.
Not just the human fight. They finished traveling at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
Then got in the human fight. Then got arrested.
Yeah.
Then saved a bunch of people. Then made a bunch of magic swords.
Yep. Then got the girls at the end. It's like that was a lot. I mean, they made progress though. They made progress.
But it didn't ruin it. I just thought it was a lot.
Yeah.
Digest, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, and episode 5. I know we dashing through this episode. I think of all of them are probably the most plot heavy and like did a lot of foreshadowing in my opinion. So we're back in the elf place, and you know the slime was all up in it.
Oh yeah, he was
all up in it. That man was vibing. He was like,
back.
Remember he was doing like this. He was like, huh?
Bro,
like, I can do it. I'm like, yo, that man's smooth.
Bro had a hat like this.
He had all the girls on him. He was at them in a circle. It was wild. He had them in a circle. My boy is clean, honestly. But what happens is, remember he was talking, you know, something funny. Remember Future Girl was like, hey, he's like, yo, I'm about to do it as a slime. I'm like, yo, you think you about to do it in public? Like, what's wrong with this man? That man got hype as heck, man. But she did a future prediction of who he'll be with. And it showed the girl from the intro who also, as you know, we were talking off recording, off stream, whatever, about it. And we found that the girl is the same as the girl that sealed Veldora 300 years ago.
Okay, and it's not a spoiler because you saw her in the first episode and you see her in this episode.
Yep.
They're wearing the same mask.
Same hair, everything.
Like this.
Exactly, and that's who he's destined to be with in whatever sense. And my thing is, I don't really know what to make of that, because like we know eventually Rimuru is going to somehow get a person form, and like he has long hair in the intro, just like that girl. Like, is he gonna like?
It's a spoiler.
Is he gonna predator like her somehow, or like maybe I think he's gonna like predator like a strand of her hair or something crazy like that, and be able to transform into her.
You keep trying to make his form a girl form. It just looked like an effeminate boy to me.
I mean, it's like Kirito.
But
it's like Kirito.
Spoiler. That's heavy spoiler.
I mean, we don't know if it's true yet. We don't know. It's intro.
In the intro.
It's in the intro. I mean,
but it's not just one part of the intro.
Is it her though?
The whole intro.
Is it her though? The intro is spoiler, but
I'm just saying, bro. I'm telling you, it's just an effeminate boy. I don't think he's doing her. I think he's gonna eat another human. And you said
do her. That's sexual.
I don't even think his form was human. I think it was humanoid.
Maybe.
You don't know. We don't. Again,
you don't know.
We're trying to focus too much on spoilers.
I mean, it's prediction.
Oh,
true. It's not an episode.
Yeah, it's not.
Blame the intro. Okay, I take that.
Because it could. There's a bunch of races that look like humans. It
True.
could be any race.
True.
Which I wanted to get to on our next point, but we haven't got there yet.
I mean, all right. Next point. Should we continue? Bar fight. I mean, Minister Vesta comes in trying to talk that hot mess to Kaijin.
That's what I want to talk about.
You got it.
So, in this world, it seems there's a clear division between humanoid races and other races. Because he says, oh, you're trying to say slime is not a monster? And she's like, yeah, it's a monster, but he's harmless. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It seems that goblins are monsters.
Yeah.
Wolves are monsters. But if you look like a human, you ain't no monster.
True.
I wonder, what's that about?
I don't know. I feel like they're just looked down upon because they're not human. Dwarves are close enough.
But that's what I'm saying.
As workers. But like even
humans.
Gopta, remember Gopta said like that wasn't Gopta's first time in the city. Even though he got
picked on.
But he was allowed in there. So Mosky get in.
No, he wasn't allowed in there.
He wasn't allowed in?
No, he said he couldn't get in. He was bullied and he didn't even get in this time.
Oh, then I guess they can't let him in then. That's interesting actually.
I don't think it's not that they can't. I think they won't.
That's understandable.
You know what I'm saying?
Not justifying
it. It may be a law. I'm saying my belief is that they won't because you're a monster, dude.
Even though they can allow, because like most people didn't react to like a slime per se. Like it's allowed, but it's not really. Minister Vesta was like, is that a monster though? You know? So understandable on that.
And he's a jerk.
Yeah, Minister Vesta, he poured beer on Rimuru. I'm like, yo, Rimuru can like body you, man. But he stayed chill. But
for his homie Kaijin.
Exactly. He didn't want Kaijin to get in trouble.
And then
but Kaijin was like, yo, you beat up my guest? punched him in the face twice, not once, twice.
My man, was like, yo.
He's like, yo, don't hit him in the face, hit him in the gut.
Bam, face.
And he was like, round 2. That was nice. I like Kaijin. Kaijin's respectable, but that was perfect because that's why Kaijin was like, you know what? You need some help? Can you go take me?
Look, I don't think that punch was about the second one at least.
Yeah,
it was about Rimuru.
It was about like
I think he just had some built up anger.
Yeah,
and he was just like, you know what?
I
don't even want to be here.
Right. And hell, that was just the last draw, and that's why Kaijin of all people was like, yo, you wanna, you mind taking me in? So that was pretty cool.
It was like squad.
But you did hit a minister, which is illegal, so you went to court. We saw that the court was corrupted because their defender literally was like, yo, punish these dudes.
Yeah, my boy Kaijin was like, it's just a fine. I paid a fine.
Yeah, he's like,
bounce. But the minister came in
and paid him off
with a broken. No, man came with a broken arm.
He wasn't even hurt like
scratches.
That.
He wasn't. He just got punched in the face.
Exactly.
That's why he was like.
True facts. He only got hit in the face.
That's
twice.
why Rimuru was like, that wasn't how he was.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, like you said, he paid off the. So in this world, in their court system, you can't talk unless the king talk.
Right.
So the little defense attorney, I guess we'll call him. It's the only one to talk, and he paid him off. Was like.
He's like, yeah, these guys did it. They beat him up horribly. Exactly. So that shows how corrupt Vesta was. Quick back note, I'm sure you saw the episode by this point about Vesta and the history of Kaijin. It was kind of cool to see that they had that. And it was cool to see that they were into science. So in this world, science is a big... Like, they had built a droid or whatever. Or whatever it was.
Yeah,
robotic machine. So it's like, at least we know it's not just magic and swords.
No, we already knew it wasn't just magic, because even when they were talking about magic stuff, they broke it down like a science. Magic kills, like molecules.
Yeah.
Magic molecules.
But I think, isn't magic kills, to my understanding, the mana of the world?
I'm gonna put it this
way.
Understanding. Put it this way, right? Let's put it, okay. You know how water is made up of molecules and atoms and stuff like that? I think it's similar. Magic is made up, different types of magics, they're made up of different types of magic rules.
I just think that, like, before this episode, I thought they were more sword, like...
Are you talking about straight up fantasy?
Because, like, those guys were making, like, that... Even though the droid blew up, that's like some robotic advanced that's beyond steampunk age. You know what I mean?
Right. What I'm saying, you were thinking it was just straight up fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy. But they got.
Go ahead.
That was gonna say, yeah, you go ahead first.
No, I'm just saying that I kind of figured it wasn't straight up fantasy when they broke down magic that way.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like when some others like Overlord. I'm just using Overlord.
Yeah.
They don't explain magic. They just said magic is a thing, and we all know tiered. In this, they were like, magic is from magicules.
I think, like, if I'll use Overlord as an example, like, they seem primitive on the science front. For me, this episode just showed me a little bit more technologically advanced, I guess, if that's a word. You kind of get what I mean. They're a little bit more advanced than I personally thought.
No,
seeing that.
I understand why you're saying. I'm just saying, me personally, I kind of figured
that's what they were at.
They had all that type of robots and stuff because.
Yeah. No, that's what.
And then you gotta think about him too.
Yeah.
The way his thing works too. It works out like she's like a robot almost, like an android, artificial intelligence.
Which person?
His Great Sage thing.
Yeah, that is true. That is actually true. That's true.
And that's why I was kind of like, it's breaking down like scientifically how they do stuff. So it's kind of like.
But I don't think the humans are there yet. I mean, they might be, but that prompts the idea to say, humans are more advanced. Like, we were saying they were weak, but they might actually have some, legit... I mean, they ain't gonna come out with no Gundam, but they might have something like it.
Let me ask you this question, right? I know we thinking it's just straight up fantasy and sword, but if everyone has magic, is there a need for technology? Like, think about My Hero. Technology stopped because everybody had quirks. So it stayed stagnant. So if I have, like... I don't need an oven where I can just go make fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I can see them doing it.
So I'm saying like, are the humans weak because they don't have magic? But they clearly have magic.
Yeah, they do have magic. Because I remember a dude using magic.
He's fireball. He's fire. The wall and stuff. But I'm saying,
Well, at least they got some project going on, or at least had going on. But failed.
But Thors are always the most technologically advanced. In fantasy, even in like World of Warcraft, they're the most technologically advanced.
Yeah, and also to hop on another point, speaking of dwarves, for this to be to my understanding, the dwarven place, it's ran by a human, so that's actually interesting. Like, it's ran by Gazelle Duorgo.
Is he a dwarf?
I don't know.
Or
I
is
don't
he an
know.
evolved dwarf?
Let us know what y'all think. I don't know. I mean, if I was to give him a quick peek, he has more human features in my opinion. But his last name's Dwargo.
That's my point. Like,
So I'm like, maybe that's a royal line over the Dwargon place, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I think he looks human to me. Because dwarves, in my opinion, are typically short. But that one guy was pretty tall.
Dwarves are typically short with big noses, typically.
My gut goes with that guy is a straight up human. Y'all let me know what you think, but I think he's human.
The only reason I don't, like I said, his name, right? That's one reason I don't. And the place is called Dorgo.
Yeah. Another point I want to make on Vesta. Vesta, remember when we haven't hopped on the point of where he did this on Vesta. We'll get to that. But Vesta was a kid looking up to the king. And now he's, I assume, fully grown, or at least 20s, 30s. The king doesn't look a day age older. And I would assume in most mythology, dwarves age very slowly.
I think so, yeah.
So it's like he could be part dwarven or honestly a dwarf. But like I feel like he has.
But he just could be
or just
a special dwarf.
Yeah, he could be. I think he could be half human, half dwarf. But I feel like he's a human.
I think the hardest thing is that we're making predictions, but we don't know the lore of this world.
Yeah, we're still learning as we go.
Because it's like we already found out it's not true fantasy, so it could be different. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What else about him? Oh, we talk about how they tried to play the squad.
Yeah.
The king came back and was like.
Yeah, I like how he handled that. Where he was like the minister or judge or whatever he was like, yo, you getting 20 years of service, the rest of y'all getting 10. And the king just ran it back. Like, yo, you want to serve me?
He was like, "Do you want to serve me?" But I think because he knew his character.
Exactly. Like the Kaijin actually worked under him before. He's like, Kaijin wouldn't just do this for no reason. Like, you've been under my service.
But he understood that for the face for the court, he had to exile them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to punish them because the minister is saying it. But then I like how he did that.
Yeah.
He did not like disrespect anybody,
right.
And he handled everything behind closed doors
as a professional, right? And I love what he go ahead. I love how he handled Vesta afterwards to be like, I've been waiting years for you to tell me the truth. And he's like, yo, you messed up because you just killed our relationship with that slime. That slime gave us a potion that we can't 100%
recovery.
Full heal. Like, even with the
100%.
highest technology, they can make a 98%. And this slime was like, yo, here's a full heal. This is just chump change. Like, this is nothing. So, like, he's like, you messed it up for one. Vesta realizes, like, yo, slime did that, and I poured beer on him. Like, you messed up greatly. And, like, you know, he lost Lawyer Vassal. Question: do you think Vesta will come back in some sense in the series? Like, is he just
I think he's done.
You think he's done? I feel like they may bring him back, but like I feel like there's really not much he can really do.
No, I think like I said, I think he was
just out.
That's a plot point.
Plot point being used. Okay.
Now, let's talk about, speaking of plot points, at the end of the episode, the king talk about, yo, to this magic person,
right?
Like
the assassin, even most like she came out the shadows.
She told him, but didn't he tell her to kill him?
Yeah, he was like, yo, I need you to handle the proxy. I think the
proxy. No, yeah, he's.
I think he's gonna kill Vesta. They get rid of him for that mistake. Yeah.
But then he also tells her to watch the slime because there's no way something that powerful is not going to affect anything.
Exactly. Like, he thinks that the slime is on level, and he might as well be as Veldora.
I spoiled myself.
You read too much?
Yeah.
It happens. But, yeah, I mean, I can understand why the king would watch the slime, because, like, in his mind, we can either use this slime, or this slime's going to be a powerful force. This slime also has one of his most loyal vassals, being Kaijin on this squad. And he doesn't know what the slime's gonna do, so he's like, I am and don't be seen. That seems like a very smart move on his part. Because if you see somebody that powerful come in your midst and you already leave off on bad terms, quote unquote, then he's like, alright, if we offended him, he might come at us, so he's a monster. So that's cool. That's cool.
And I know we keep going back to Overlord.
Keep going.
You see on Overlord, you don't betray things you think are OP.
Exactly, because they will come back and stun on you. Luckily enough for them, Rimuru is actually just like trying to mind his business and chill.
He don't even care about nothing.
He's not no kingdoms thing, but it's because, you know, we're scared of things we don't understand. And you know, that's what they're afraid of.
Without using the information, I spoiled myself. You know what my prediction is?
What?
He gonna accidentally turn into a super powerful villain.
Yeah, because he's building up monsters. Like, he's gonna, the way that Dwargo would probably views him, Gazelle Dwargo, he'll be like, yo, these monsters for the first time are uniting. They're strong. They got goblins. They got wolves. They got dwarves. They got whoever else they got. He's like, we gotta handle them before they're too much of a threat.
Turn to an OP villain. Like
exactly. And then once they get Veldora back, like, you know, once they like release Velgora in some sense, I assume the spoiler you read, I haven't seen it, deals with that, so I really don't know. But once Veldora comes back in whatever sense somehow, like, they're gonna be too much. This dude's afraid of Veldora. He was just like, yo, they're just like Veldora. So that's episode what? 2, 3, 4, 5 in a lot of time.
Do not look at Veldora's Wikipedia.
Don't look at Veldora's Wikipedia. He looked at it. He knows something I don't know.
And it's not even fair because I didn't even read anything. It was just
it's
a picture.
One of the first things. Yeah.
It was just like,
I'm not
boom.
Googling nothing about this.
Like,
this is a light novel, so there's a lot of information already out on the series. Rip whatever you know. I don't want to know it all.
I was just trying to see what exactly happened when Rimuru ate him or did Predator on him. That's all I was trying to see.
You found out something
and it was
important.
Like picture, and I was like,
well, I'm not delving it personally, but episode 5 review. What you feel?
Okay, I think episode 5 was the best episode.
It was. It had plot. It showed the girl. It introduced King that's afraid of Rimuru.
I think
we got the dwarf.
I think individually, this episode was a 10 out of 10.
This probably was one of the best episodes so far.
Fan service still.
Hey,
yeah, it still had fan service. It had it would develop characters, including the main character. It had plot. It had suspense.
Yep.
And it left off on suspense.
And I like that they introduced the slime to the world. Like, when I say world, the human world. Because, like, the dude's like, yo, this slime made this perfect potion. Like, this thing is kind of, like, OD. He's definitely he's not going to keep it to himself. He's going to let somebody else know in some sense. Like, another king or another friend
like,
tonight.
Remember the episode back, the guild leaders were talking about the disappearance of Veldora.
Right.
What Problems is called.
Yep.
He's focused on the appearance of an equal to Veldora.
Exactly. So, and he probably already knows Veldora's gone. He could think there's a correlation, which wouldn't be far off because Veldora left because Rimuru.
Right, this slime's crazy OP slime appears when Veldora leaves.
Exactly. It's like this is too coincidental. Mm-hmm. But episode 2, 3, 4, 5 review. I know we scrunched it all into one just so we can keep up and do weekly reviews of it. But I hope that you enjoyed the episode. Definitely let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you enjoying it? Your thoughts? You know, what's your rating of the series? Let's go beyond 1 out of 10. Like, give me some feedback as to what you feel. No spoilers. You know too much already. And yeah, let me know what you feel. But
only about Veldora.
Thank you very, very much. We gotta somehow get you back for the future for these as you watch. Maybe even if it's video or whatever else, work on it.
You use Skype?
Sure, Skype works. I haven't used that in years.
Boy, you shaped like a Skype.
That's called Discord. But yo, with that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, if you are interested, subscribe. I think mostly us are watching it. It's the first review. But that is the review with Aku.
Oh, wait, there's not.
And Monokuma. Close enough. But alright, see you later, guys. Have a good evening and let me know what you think. Catch ya.